Hi, my name's Cody.
Hi, my name's Tanya.
We met about 10 years ago.
So we met online, and that's a bit of an interesting story because I was working with his ex-nanny, and we were like sitting playing on our phones one night, and we're going through our messages, and she goes, "You got to message that guy back. He's perfect for you." I said, "Well, he's a cowboy. He's everything you would want," because she knew me pretty well. Told me I had to message him back, and I did, and then we started talking online, and then started talking on the phone.
I think we talked on the phone for probably 2 months before we actually met.
2 or 3 months, yeah.
Up until I'd kind of met Tanya, I was completely on my own and dealing with this high conflict battle. My divorce, to say it was high conflict would be a drastic understatement. So when she jumped in with both feet, wholeheartedly, no questions asked, let's go, it was refreshing to have somebody by my side to fight alongside of me. In high conflict divorce, we never really got to relax. We never really got to enjoy our lives. Absolutely everything we did was, we had to second guess.
Every single time anything got brought up, it's like you're just constantly pouring gasoline on a fire. You never get to just walk away from it and be done.
It makes you feel crazy.
Makes you feel crazy. Coming here was one of the first times where we didn't feel crazy.
We first heard about your thriving family when my ex-wife Kindness suggested that my daughter Casey go and see this guy named Roy. And the results in my daughter were amazing. And then Kindness came to us one day and said, "Hey, would you be at all interested in sitting down with Roy? The three of us." And Tanya and I kind of thought we'd be justified to be like, no way, we're done. That being said, we knew there was a 0.0000001% chance that this might actually work.
Maybe this is the one thing that works, because we had tried so much.
We had tried everything, maybe. And we couldn't look at our kids in 5 years and be like, yeah, we tried everything. Like, we gave up. So we went and sat down with Roy. And that was probably the biggest turning point.
It was okay that we had conflict because now we had a way to resolve it. A legitimate way to resolve it versus being in this position of, well, the court order says, and this is the line, and I'm not willing to budge. But it's not working.
The court system gives you weapons. Your thriving family gave us tools to work on it.
Yeah.
Before, it was kind of Tanya and I against the world, against everything. And now, thanks to your thriving family, it's 3 of us fighting the world and 3 of us raising kids together.
Last Christmas was the first time in many years where we weren't in court a week before Christmas trying to hash it out. And like Kindness came to our home with the kids and had dinner with us, and it was so nice to have someone come into our home that we otherwise in the past would have we didn't even want her near the house. We don't want her in the driveway. We didn't want, right? Because it's just like we used to do exchanges in a police parking lot. God forbid that person walk into our house. And she was welcomed into her house. We were excited she was there, and she sat down and had dinner with us. And the kids didn't have to split their Christmas between 2 houses. They got to have their family together.
Last Christmas was probably the first Christmas in 9 years that was enjoyable. It was, like you said, she came to our house and we had Christmas as a family, not in a war zone.
And for us, actually, one of our biggest cheerleaders was his ex-wife. She was so happy for our relationship and our family and how it's coming together for the kids, that when I told her we were getting married, and she was probably like the second person I told when we finally decided to set a date, she literally jumped up and down. Like, she was so excited for us.
After a few conversations with Roy on how to incorporate kindness into our wedding, we'd kind of come up with the rope braiding ceremony.
You take 3 cords and you braid them together. They're stronger than those individual cords apart. And so it really hit home for us because that is what these families can be. Instead of being in high conflict and separated, and you're cutting your own cord half the time and it's fraying and falling apart, when we pull it together, we have this very strong bond. And it's not easily broken. It's not something that just falls apart. Even if one of those strands struggling or something, we can still pull together. And so we really wanted something that would symbolize that, which is why we ended up doing that cord braiding. And we have a set for our house and for the kids' mom's house, for Kindness's house, because our family is intertwined, and it's not going to be something that we are going to undo. It's not something we can undo. But the fact is we're all stronger together than if we all went our own ways and separated those cords.
To our kids, it's not just Tanya and I getting married, it's we're all one big family, and it's the symbol of the promise to the kids that the war's over. We're in peace now.